And there's the magic button hit.
All right, we're live.
Sorry, guys, I'm fixing my pepper condom.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't get all the air out.
Oh, good evening, everybody. I see Chad in here, and Julian, and Joe, and Eric, and Chad. I think I said Chad already.
You know what we need to get? We need to get you one of those mirrors without the mirror in it, so you could hold it up and say, "I see Julian, I see Chad, I see."
Welcome, everybody. That came out weird. Raymond's in the house.
What's up, Raymond? What was that show called? I don't even remember.
Which show?
The one with the mirror that she would hold up and like, "I see Raymond and I see Eric." And
I don't know.
it was a children's show. At the very end, she would always like hold up a mirror, but it was missing the mirror inside of it. It was just the frame, and she would be looking right through at the camera, and she would just be spouting off names of everyone she saw.
Huh. Romper Room, Donna said.
Oh, thank you.
It's in the
Hey,
chat.
Ryan. Learning Curve Bakers. I keep forgetting your real name. But you're in the house. Yeah. Piggy's in the house. Oh, it's down. Okay. Paco's in the house. So, Dave is having an adventure with his planting.
Yep, all supers that are in my powder blends, the seed plants are planted.
Awesome.
Now I just gotta move on to the mild varieties. There's over 50 varieties in those powder blends, so
Oh my.
yeah. That's just the main 6. That's not the extra ones this year.
Piggy says, I hope I'm in the house too dark to be on the street. Yeah.
What's up, Marcy?
That's so good, Charles. Nice to finally get over the hill.
Semi-sorta. I still got 2 more hurdles to go. I gotta move.
Eric's in the house.
I was thinking over the hill age-wise.
I'm not, well, yeah. How old is it?
That's me this year.
30?
Hey. 40 is not over the hill.
Oh, wait. 30 is over the hill? Oh, I did that a while ago.
No, it's 40.
Oh, it is 40?
I always thought it was...
I only agree with 30 because I remember when my dad's buddy turned 30, they had an over-the-hill party for him.
Yeah.
I always thought it was 60. Or is it 50?
We can make our own. We can make it up. Just do whatever.
We start at 20, and every 5 years you get an over the hill birthday party.
Ooh, kind of player.
Dang, so I'll have my 4th one then this year, according to your rule.
So did you guys all see that Derek Kimberlin video?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, I never heard of whatever those patties that he was talking about were.
Oh, the
I don't know what
Johnsonville?
they are, but I want them.
It's the Johnsonville patties, yeah.
I actually moved my LaQuesta over to one of my carry-around pepper bottles, powder bottles.
So you're gonna.
Those ones you're gonna do the lemon drop in or whatever?
That's what I'm thinking.
Nice.
But yep, my carry-around bottles now. They hold about 7.5 grams. But just so you know, Dave, I won't be doing any mixes. I'm gonna let you do all the mixes.
You could mix up some ahi lemon drop with some ahi lemon drop.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, I do that because the end of the season last year, I got a bunch of ones that were green, some that were half green, half yellow, getting ripe, and then some that were ripe. So I mixed the green and the yellow together to get a half ripe, and then the ones that were half ripe, I just dehydrated those straight.
Nice.
So I've got green, half ripe, and all ripe.
Cool.
And they are 3 distinct flavors, so it's pretty cool.
I like Julian's comment. If you ever get arrested and want to take some LaQuesta with you,
Exactly.
hope they don't do a cavity search.
Then when they
Oh,
release,
geez.
they release you, you're at the getting your possessions and stuff, and you go 1, 2 of powder, 1 set of keys, 1 wallet.
One Swedish-made penis pump.
Oh
That's
crap!
not my bag, baby. 1 book, Swedish-made penis pumps and me. This kind of thing is my bag, baby. Oh, speaking of Charles, I had a quote for you out of a movie, and I'm just gonna give you like just the old lady saying it, and that's when the whores come. Like, excuse me? What did you say? One time I go to a brothel in World War II, and she never lets me live it down.
What movie is that from?
Tommy Boy, when they're in the board meeting.
Oh yeah, crap, man! It's been years since I've seen that movie.
The same here. It just came to me like 2 days ago. I'm like, I'm gonna try to see if Charles remembers that.
Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Excuse me? Did she say whores? I'm in there shaking their big booties around.
Ah. So I've been trying to tell Raymond about just how hot these death nuts are, and he's still going to go ahead and do it.
Godspeed. Which, if you missed it, Raymond was on right before us on Mondays. So check him out, 7 to 9.
I got to check out a little bit of it. Then I had to eat dinner and do some other things. So. I'll be dealing with over an hour with the traffic because I had to go to the dentist. So.
Oh, Julian, you're fine.
Place
I'm
for your mind.
actually excited for the nuts. Okay.
Have fun, Raymond.
Let me give you one very large piece of advice. Eat a lot before you have those. And I mean a lot, like Thanksgiving dinner a lot.
And apparently I was wrong. I think I said that Johnny Scoville ate 3 packs of them. He only ate 2. And they messed him up.
Yeah, they messed him up bad.
Oh, and Derek was just looking on deathnuts.com right before I went live, and they have more. So if you really want to do that challenge, you can order them up. They're only $10 there, as opposed to $15 on Puckerbutt.
Oh. Yeah, because then Derek can go live with me and we can kill ourselves together.
That sounds like a beautiful plan.
Me, Tom, and Rob, and Russ, and Batman, and everyone else who's already, well, the 2 or 3 that has done the challenge, and then 2 people who won't do the challenge, i.e., Tom or me, that will be watching you. Like, he made videos after on Sunday, but he wasn't doing good on Saturday.
He made multiple videos on Sunday.
Yeah.
He did what, the root ball and then hardening off, and he might have done another one.
The one where he did the tour of the whole backyard and was showing off all the things that had been planted and the sunbreak and or whatever you call that he made up.
The one with the bumblebee.
That's it.
The blackberry, the blueberries with the bumblebee.
Yeah.
My man, Russ says he'll do it again.
That's a trooper right there. So if anybody out there wants to buy Russ some Death Nuts, he will do them again. But save $5 by going to deathnuts.com.
You should
Yeah.
get you should get
Don't
Rob.
go to Pucker Butts. It's $15. That's where I went. I didn't know. I didn't know there was another website.
You should get
House.
you should get Blumberg on there too, because he still has his. He wants to do his challenge. So ask him to see if he wants to go with you and Derek and Russ. That'd be a cool live stream. Or however.
They wanted to bid for their mild nuts, so I did a bid for them. And the deal was I would get some, or get sent the challenge nuts when they came out. They might make it eventually after seeing Batman.
I'm in no hurry.
Yeah, I'm in no hurry.
Well, the second batch just came out, or the second round.
Yeah.
Not the second version, but the second round of the first version just came out. I heard of it Saturday when Dave texted me and said, yeah, they've got them again.
Yeah.
Well, just think, when making those, they probably coat them like they coat jawbreakers. Can you imagine standing in front of a candy rolling whatever machine, sprinkling powder in it?
Probably do it with some kind of machine. That way they don't have to have any liability.
Yeah, either that or like a hazmat suit. Because that's the only way I can think of to have a smooth coating on it like that and build it up and build it up. You know, it's like how they put powder coating on jelly beans.
Huh.
That's the only way I can think of how they can get these in such a unique shape like that and get them to build.
Well, maybe they have a bunch of Oompa Loompas.
What? My brother works for them.
Julian says, I'd like to make a pair of peanuts for Russ using all my hot sauce and using La Cuesta as a binding agent. Did he say if it messed him up? Did who say? If you're talking about Batman, yeah, it did.
It's Batman, yeah.
Yeah, he's good now, but like Derek says, yeah, it really messed him up.
I think it's everybody that I've known that did it. It messed them up.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen anybody yet that it hasn't destroyed them.
And there's a lot of people who do challenges, like I was saying earlier. They do this is what they do. All these challenges,
Mm-hmm.
they are having pain afterwards. A lot of
these, even these guys on Facebook that do the challenges, they've all gotten jacked.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, that's why I'm a glutton for it, I guess, because I was like, watching Batman's and then texting with him. I'm like, I'm ordering them. I got to see what the heck's going on with these things.
Well, my answer still hasn't changed.
So Charles's answer is, everybody in the chat, please send him a box of them. However many he gets at one time, he'll leave them all.
No. That ain't happening. It really isn't. I just don't have the desire to do it. I mean, I just don't want to feel. I just don't want to feel like crap, like everybody's feeling afterward. It's just not worth it.
Come on, Derek, you can do it. We'll go live on your channel, and I'll join you, and Russ will get some more, and see if we can get some more.
It's so much easier watching someone do it while you're like drinking or taking shots. That's a way better way of going and watching the challenge.
All right, so there you go. Me and Charles will join in the live stream as well, and we'll be drinking.
Nice, Chad. I had it on. I made burgers tonight. I sent Derek pictures, and I think I coated them a little too strong. You know how when you make, Charles, you would understand, when you make hot sauce and then you go to wash all your stuff and you get maced, start gagging, coughing. Yeah. Every time I opened the lid on the grill, I got attacked, and I'm like, "What the heck is going on? Why is my throat so raw?" And the smoke from the grill was tearing me up. And then I realized I had a nice thick coating of powder on there, and it was actually steaming enough. It was blasting me, macing me every time I opened a freaking grill.
Yeah, the best thing is when you're doing the dishes afterwards is use cold water first.
Yep.
Don't ever use hot water.
Although I've had cold water get me nowhere near as bad, but
right.
And Charles, like Eric said, you'll feel like a hero, Charles, if you do the Death Nuts challenge. I believe he's alluding to the fact that glory lasts forever.
It does. I guess I'm going to be a 0.
Russ. Russ, I'm the same way. I've learned to actually open it and keep it down. Because, man, at first it was tearing me up every time I opened the bottle.
Oh, when I did my steaks last night, I just took the cover off, and just tapped it down low. But I held it down low when I was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to hold it next to your nose when you do that.
No.
I'm like generous. I don't like this because I want to make sure I see the shaky shake.
Batman! Yeah, I made burgers. Here, I'll send you a picture.
Batman, everybody's asking how you did after the challenge. Why don't you give us a brief breakdown of it so we're not all speculating and hearsay on it?
And while we're waiting for that, I agree with Charles. Everybody loves the shaky shake. No matter what you're doing, you mix some master blend, you do the shaky shake. You're adding seasoning to your food, shaky shake. You got some hot sauce and you're about to open it, shaky shake.
I mean, it should be a big thing, kind of like Emerald Lagasse. Bam, 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 bam. It should be shaky shake. Shaky shake. Shaky shake.
So, Eric, I don't think there's any question as to whether or not anybody has watched any of your videos.
I've never seen one of them.
Of Derek's?
Yep, never.
I refuse to watch that guy. He looks kind of crazy to me.
He always looks mad. I mean, I would think that if I watched his videos.
Dude, that was like the first thing that really got me was that always that when he did that mean mug right at the end or something. When I first started watching him.
Yeah, he's always like, have a good one.
Oh,
Like, whoa, I will, dude.
Yeah, have a good one.
He looks like he's a person who opens a beer bottle and it all fizzes up on him.
Well, Derek says he's going to have to do a song eventually for that. If it comes out like the last one, go for it. I'll watch it numerous times again.
Pretty much.
Batman says, if you look back, I'm sure you can tell I closed off a bit nervous. I got the windmill turning rocks in the stomach. Ew.
Yeah, when he texted me, he said, "Did you not see how nervous I got right at the end?" It was already starting to hit him.
Yeah.
But no ice on that live stream.
Yeah.
Cookie dough.
Yeah, because when I was watching, I thought it was just the heat buildup that got you to stop talking as much.
Mm-hmm.
But Batman, I did like the way you did it. I like the chopsticks.
Oh yeah, that was definitely epic.
Yep, no switching them in the palm that way. Not that you would do it, or anybody has done it, but in case there's ever any question.
I'm sure somebody out there that did.
Yeah. Well, Batman, as of right now, as it stands, on Crazy Kimberlin's channel, it's going to be me, him, and Russ doing the Death Nut Challenge. Just because I'm doing it just because I want to see what the heck the big deal is, why everybody's getting jacked up.
Might as well grab Bloomberg, too, if he's got the death nuts.
Right, and maybe possibly Blumberg. I don't think he's on here yet, so. Derek. You can't back down now, Derek. It's out there. Everybody has heard it. It's in the World Wide Web.
Batman says it was bad. The heat was nice, but damn, it got my stomach bad.
Yeah, so if you're willing to send Crazy Kimberlin the death nuts, hit him up on Hangouts. Get his address.
Yep.
Yeah, Russ, I agree. Maybe if we do it like, I don't know if you're off on Sundays or not, we can do it, maybe go for a Saturday night. Oh, wait, that might intrude on the 4. Never mind. I'm going to be good tonight.
What, is that man going to do the Death Nuts challenge again on a Saturday?
No, I was just thinking somebody else goes live on Saturdays.
Derek says, I might not reply, laughing my backside off. Crazy Russ is willing.
That's kind of mean, Derek.
Crazy Russ is willing to do it, but needs to request the next day off. I'll hand out guy punches for $5 if you guys want.
He corrected it saying gut punches. Oh, speaking of which, talking about punches. Okay, so Johnny Depp goes and hits someone who's a crew member, and then says he'll give him $100,000 for hitting him back. That is crazy. You hit me back for $100,000.
Who did this?
Johnny Depp.
Like that guy needs $100,000.
Hey, Bernie.
Well, I guess he was going to pay the other guy to hit him.
Yeah.
So the other guy, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So he was going to give $100,000 to punch a guy.
No, he said that the other guy, if he punches him, he would give him $100,000 if he punched him, Johnny Depp. So if the guy, if they'll say like you punched me and I'm Johnny Depp, I'd give you $100,000.
And Batman said, you know what? Sorry.
Go ahead.
It hit me next day. My seats at Yankee Stadium had free peanuts and popcorn. I had spent all afternoon eating peanuts. We're now the gents on the stream. Uh-oh.
Do we have to act like that?
I was just going to say, you're calling us a gentleman or gentleman?
I've been called other things.
Do we need to sit up straight and proper and talk in a very professional manner? I don't think so.
I always do that.
And you're so full of it. Oh.
Dave, you said that out loud. Wasn't it? That wasn't one of those thoughts that you keep inside your head. Let that one out.
That wasn't in my head, sorry.
So, hey, Paula.
Howdy, Paula.
Hey, Paula. Russ says, I never wanted to see a peanut the next day, Batman. Just keep doing your thing. Batman says, I'm an idiot. I don't think so.
Well, it's over now. It's all history.
And same thing with me, Derek, except, well, I guess the seeds were from Dave, and I ate the pods that were produced. But yeah, that Brazilian brain strain, I didn't eat a pod for like 9 months after that one.
You want me to send you some? I got a few grown.
Nah, I'm good.
I got the Brazilian Ghost too.
Yeah, I've got a few of those.
Brazilian Ghost.
Yep, the chocolate and the red.
Yeah. See, I don't have the red. I've always had the chocolate. I never knew there was a red until 2 years ago.
What, a red ghost?
No, Brazilian Ghost. Because the way I always seen it was the Brazilian Ghost was the chocolate version. I never even put two and two together and thought there was a red version.
I never thought someone mentioned a red ghost, and I'm like, what? There's a red ghost too? I only have the ghost pepper. And for I think it was 6 months, I was convinced that I didn't have red ghost, but I had ghost. And then I realized the ghost is red.
Yeah.
And then it clicked in my head, and I'm like, oh, right.
Does anybody have a ripe red ricotta?
Nope, mine are just small. My plants are small.
I've got it sitting in the kitchen waiting for Thursday, Batman.
Mine too.
Unless you want us to do it tonight. But I figured we were coming on Thursday night, so.
So, Batman, is there going to be a version 2 of the chip?
Jabba the Hutt is a ghost and scorpion cross.
Cool. I'm waiting for that one too. It's a yellowish blob.
Paula says she has ricotta seeds, Rob.
Well, I talked to Paula, and not Paula,
Susan?
Susan. Sorry, I talked to Susan. She asked me for some of the seeds of one of the pods that I just did, and I told her I'd be more than happy to send her some. And she asked what I wanted in return, and I said, "Well, my red ricotta's got frozen in the accident, or whatever you want to call it." And she said she would take and send me some more, but she doesn't have any at the moment. So when she gets the right pod, she'll send me some of the first ones. So I'll have seeds coming. Huh?
Okay. So I was saying you can always try like the Mexican markets.
I still didn't hear you.
You could try the Mexican markets and see if they had any of those.
There's no such thing within 100 miles of here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's cold up there. Why would Mexicans go up to Minnesota?
Oh, the people from Mexico come up here and they do work and stuff, and but there isn't a market anywhere within 100 miles that specializes in that type of food or that cuisine.
We got every kind of Latin that you can have around here. We got Hondurans, we got Nicaraguans, we got Mexicans, we got Puerto Ricans. I mean, you name it, and if you mix them up, man, do they get mad.
And that's one of the few times you'll actually hear me say specific, because I always say Hispanic or whatever. Yeah. I learned that from I learned that a while ago, and you don't, especially certain ones really find offensive. So like you saying El Salvadorian's a Mexican or vice versa. Oh yeah.
When I first moved here, I worked with Hondurans. And my cousin, who was their boss, mixed them up and called them Mexican. And man, did they get mad. He's like, what? It's kind of the same, right? And I'm like, dude, no, it's not. Like, it's a completely different area.
Space City Peppers is in the house and wants Rev Toast to say cheese and look sideways for me like Homer. And Batman's saying chocolate bootlet chip. So that must be version 2.
And Derek corrected himself and said that the Jabba the Hutt is a Fatali in a scorpion.
Well, either way, it's a yellow blob. It looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Batman, chocolate bootla chip, a.k.a. Batcave edition chip.
I still have yet to try an ahi tangerine.
Yep, I haven't tried one of those either.
But she gave me seeds that first year. She sent me some to help her grow it out, and I could not get any of them to germinate for anything.
That's like me with all the not ricotta. What's the other one? Manzano.
Well, I guess the other guys that she sent them to, they all got them to grow. I couldn't get them to germinate for. I even saved 2, and I tried getting them going this year. Same thing, nothing.
Charles didn't even try. He was just like, just like toss them across the room, and they popped up.
I don't get any.
I thought you had Manzano. Do you
have? Oh, I thought you were talking about the tangerine.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Paula says, ask for some ahi tangerine. That's referring to me asking Susan. I already have ahi tangerine.
Mm-hmm.
The red ricotta was one of those peppers that I was really looking forward to this year from what people are saying. I'm kind of missing that. It's one of the few that I'm missing out of, but I only had like 4 or 5 seeds. Same boat got none of hers to germinate either. But okay, we all have plenty. No, I didn't get any Batman, but maybe she'll give me some for next season.
And Paula said, isn't Manzano and ricotta the same thing? I guess. I know they're like the same species, but I don't know if they're the exact same thing.
Well, it's like saying, isn't an ahi lemon drop and an ahi pineapple the same thing? No. Well, ahis, they both look the same, but they have different tastes.
Batman said the same thing.
Okay.
I thought they were the same, but I've never had a Manzano. I've had a ricotta.
I just go with whatever I get labeled sent to me.
Yeah. I think it's another one of those. It just depends on what region it comes from and what they call it.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I thought it was the same thing as, I can't remember the other one, but ahi lemon and what was the other one? Hot lemon or
Yeah, it just depends on who you get seeds from. Like the lemon drop, Burpee called them the lemon drop.
yeah,
That's
lemon
where I
drop.
originally got my seed from. Then you got the hot lemon, you got the ahi lemon. It's all the same thing. It just depends on who you get the seed from and
Yeah,
what
because
they
I
call it.
actually found them at the box store in the like 3-inch pots for sale.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them since, but
Yep.
Hatch chili and Anaheim pepper. That says my ahi pineapple are currently stacking on flowers. Once pods come in, I will compare ahi lemon drop and ahi pineapple side by side.
Nice. You
And
will
it
notice a
seems like
difference.
really distinct flavor.
Yeah, you'll notice a definite difference.
and see if you get the soapy taste for the pineapple. I didn't, but Rob did.
I'm not growing the regular one. I'm growing the orange one this year. The orange pineapple. That's what was given to me. I don't know. I guess it's an orange pineapple.
There's an orange pineapple.
Not me. They crossed it with something.
Huh.
Sounds good. They should have called it like fruit punch.
No.
Let's take and cross all of these ahis together into one big massive punch.
That would be good. Ahi mango, ahi pineapple, ahi lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about the ahi amarillo and
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like fruit.
It doesn't fall in the fruit category.
ah,
But you could do that with like every single ahi that you can find and then just name it ahi.
ahi question mark. Julian Acosta, the Hatch chili is many different chilies that come from the Hatch region in New Mexico, from what I understand.
I've
Okay.
heard that too.
Bernice says I went 0 and 10 on orange manzanos. I did it wrong, though, I think.
I thought I did it right. I did it like all kind of different methods too. I had some in the garage that was hot. I had some on the kitchen counter that wasn't that bad. I had some outside. I had some in the greenhouse. I had some, I think, in my bedroom. I had them all over the place and nothing. Got the same result on all of them.
I heard it's about the age of the seed.
She had a pod and she cut those open and took the seeds out and sent them to me.
So
So,
the,
I mean,
the ones I had, I soaked them in peroxide and water for a day, and I got everything except the one, of course, that was frozen. The frozen pod. That's the only one that didn't pop for me. Everything else, I planted 18. I got 15 to pop.
Yeah,
Except for the 3 that were frozen.
I ran out of seeds before I heard of that method. Or the soaking them in water method for a night.
Well, the ricotas that I did, I took them out of the bag and put them in the dirt, and they sprouted. And those those cups are sitting under the overhead lights that stay on 24 hours, and they sprouted.
And mine was just under my normal 35 watt LED shop light. That's all mine were under. About, I don't know, 14, 16 inches above it. So, I didn't do nothing special.
I never had problem germinating ricotta's. I just put them in the dirt and they pop. Of course, I didn't start any this year, but
I tried again. I think I had 2 seeds left, and I tried again this year. None of them popped. So let it not be said that I did nothing.
Uh, any laps? Oh, El Paso. It's Chile, California. Outside the desert, it's Hatch. For the rest of the U.S., it's Anaheim. I've been eating them my whole life, and they're the same. Okay.
Huh.
I just see them here when they're all roasting the hatch green chilies. So I mean, all the supermarkets around here has a roaster in front of the supermarket roasting hatch green chilies.
And Julian says in El Paso, it's Chile. California, outside the desert, it's Hatch. The rest of us, it's Anaheim.
And they're all the same.
He said.
Huh.
Oh, it says, got all my peppers in the ground except for two. The black pearl is going to go in a container, and I swapped a Dorset Naga plant for a Macedonian that I still need to plant. Whoa.
Well,
Maybe they have a strain, something, but they're all delicious. Oh, I don't know. Okay. But they're all delicious. I've come across a couple of peppers that I didn't like the taste of.
I didn't like the taste so much of that Mojo Orange Tiger that I tried on Friday.
JDS is in the house.
Hey JDS,
Sub JDS.
just wasn't that good a pepper.
There's a few ahis. I can't remember the one. I haven't grown it since that year I grew it. I can't remember what it was. It was the one ahi that I would say I'd probably never grow again. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was. Because that was back when my cousin was still around, and he tried everything with me, and he even was like, "This is nasty." I'm like, "Yeah, you think?"
I wouldn't say that pepper that I tried Friday was nasty. It just didn't have anything. It was just floral, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of medium to thick wall, a little pepper, and it just wasn't nothing there. It wasn't really that hot. To me, that is, it wasn't. So it's just I don't know. But cross that one off. No.
Well, that berry amarillo was so sweet it tasted like somebody dipped it in sugar and handed it to me.
I wish I didn't kill that one. Oh well, there's always next year.
JDS says it's been a long time, and since it's been such a long time, JDS, maybe we should put you in timeout and send you to the corner for a minute. That says, question for all you guys. Once you pick your peppers, what do you do with them? Freeze, dehydrate them before using. Me, I bring them in the house. I put them in the fridge. Then I take and dehydrate them and make them into powders.
I usually just dehydrate them like right off the bat, but I think this year I'm throwing them in the fridge. Or not fridge, freezer.
Last year I did them in the freezer, but this year, depending on my quantity that I have or that I don't sell, it's going both. Because I don't know how many peppers I might have. Hopefully a lot.
You have 100. You have 100 and what? 80?
80.
180 plants. Yeah, you.
And that little habanero magnum that I ate a couple weeks ago, that thing's already going crazy. So I mean, I've already picked like couple more, and that plant's small, and it's just going crazy right now. So I don't know, a lot. And then I have a Dorset Nug in a 65-gallon pot, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
Since that's what about 6 bags of dirt.
Aaron's in the house.
Aaron?
So Matt's asking, do you use any humidity packs to keep them fresh or hydrated? Mine only stay in the fridge for a couple of days, but I don't seal the container off. But I don't put anything in with them.
I usually pick them and put them, have a big, gigantic picking bucket or whatever that's like this big. And you probably saw that in my pictures last year. And then I personally chop the tops off of them and then freeze them all in gallon bags. So I look at that just to make sure there's no. Hopefully, I don't see any like mold or any kind of other things going on with them.
Julian says, I'm just messing. I need to go to bed before something. Oh, it jumped at me. Okay. Julian says, I never picked peppers before. Well,
Hey,
now.
Eber, I got a question for Eber. So, what did you do with the death nuts that you ordered for yourself? Because they're looking for participants to go on live to do the death nut challenge. Just a question. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, Eber, I haven't seen a video pop up or anything.
That Derek Kimberlin is going to host as he does the challenge also with me and anybody else we can get. You know he's cussing me right now.
Oh yeah.
When are you going to do this? When are you going to do it?
Whenever he gets his and Russ gets his, and
I don't know.
It says, all my nuts are gone.
So what happened to them? Did you eat them? What were the after effects? Or did you give them to the squirrels or what? I mean, there's a lot of things you could have done with your nuts.
Usually I would say be careful when you offer your nuts to squirrels, but in this case, I
Matt says, where's King, the king of pepper growing online? He'd be a good contestant.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Hit him up. Send him some death nuts.
I'm kind of halfway tempted to try this.
What, the death nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel sorry for Dave and Derek and Russ again, second try, and I don't know. We'll see. I'll let y'all know.
I don't know if you can feel sorry for Russ, though, if it's the second time around. He knows what he's in for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that falls in that category of fool me once,
Shame on
you.
Shame on.
Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
That's that George Bush quote. Remember when he said that? And he's like, fool me twice. You can't get fooled again.
That says King would put the death nuts in vodka and called it death shots.
That'll work.
I don't know if that's a good idea or not, because I still have my number 4 and my number 5 left.
There you go. Throw them in the vodka.
There's an idea for you.
And
Aaron says, go for it, Charles. You can do it.
And Aaron said, I used to have nuts, then I got married. Couldn't let that one scroll off the page there. That's great.
Well, Rob has number 4 and number 5 left, so he can join us.
Yeah,
No.
towards the end.
No.
It won't be that bad. You're just doing 4 and 5.
Yeah, it's only 2, not 5.
Yeah, you're not doing the other 3 leading up to it that's building up in your system,
Russ believes in you, Charles.
And well, I'll let y'all know. I mean, I'll let y'all know. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll all be blowing each other's phone up the next day. What the crap's wrong with us?
If Charles is saying, I don't know, that means yes.
Mm-hmm. He's hooked.
It's kind of like when you're like back in the day when you're like, oh, can we get ice cream on the way home, Mom? And she's like, we'll see. And you knew that meant no.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Mm. JDS. I know somebody else who, I think it was, who do I know that puts peanuts in their Pepsi? She's an older lady. It was a lady I used to work for at an auto parts store years ago.
I don't know. My grandpa used to put pepper in his beer.
Like black pepper?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, he would be at the bar and sometimes a little bit of salt, but usually black pepper. And just, I have no clue why. I was too young to ask him.
Mm.
Well, Chad just says he's happy to join in on this one.
That's how I read. He says I would like to join in on this.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
It's kind of
join
blurry.
from
I
this
can
one.
read. I am happy to this one. So
I
yeah.
think it says, I'm happy to participate on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like Chad's in on it now.
Somebody send him some too.
Yeah. So you know Rob Blumberg is going to do it soon. But I mean, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh,
Does Rob have his?
Yeah, Eber sample A and B. They usually just give you like window number 5. That's why they were too hot for you. You'll be fine on 1 through 4. So.
Julian says, I'm take a back seat to the chat. I've had a bad day. Uh-oh. Sorry to hear that.
If it makes you feel better, my uncle passed away this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning.
And yet you're still sitting here.
I'm sure that's not going to make your day better, but I'm just saying.
You're saying misery loves company. How's that?
That's right.
Yeah.
Julian says, my wife said she used to put peanuts in her Big Red.
Huh.
Oh, the chewing gum? Yeah.
No, Big Red the soda.
And it says, oh, sorry to hear about your uncle.
Oh, don't do that, people. He was nice and old.
Not that bad, Rev.
And he's been sick for a while, so cool.
Hmm.
I like how he put that. Not that bad, Rev. Jesus.
I just wish I could fire 24 guys and start brand new. Uh-oh.
Oh, I feel the same way at work, but I'm not a boss.
Hey, give me their numbers. I'll fire them for you right now on the live stream.
I feel the same way, but I'm not a boss.
That would be really interesting. Hello, is this Mark? Yeah, I got a message for you. Yeah, don't even bother coming into work tomorrow. Yeah, screw you too, buddy. All right, I'll catch you later.
Huh.
That would be great.
I'm gonna make a list of cell phone numbers tomorrow at work.
Yeah, just bring them in on a live stream on Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Dave's boss. Yeah, don't worry about it. No, this is really him. I got a new number. All right. So listen to what I gotta say. If you come in on the property tomorrow, I'll have you arrested.
Be like on the Office Space, like with the Bobs. Let's see who's this here. We got this growing home in West Virginia, growing another workplace, and just like give another answer where they can't read it off.
Eva says, make some.
Nugga not gonna work here anymore. That's for sure.
I love that part, man. That's crazy.
Giving it 2 weeks.
Did y'all take anything? I took something. I took something that I think we'll all
Yeah, that exact scene where they beat the hell out of the copier. Roadkill did the exact same thing. They had this V6 that they had in a Nissan 240, and they had this Chevy V6 that was in there, and it would break constantly. It would break an axle. It would break, everything. And finally, they just pulled that V6 out and they took it out to a field and Office Space style just beat the living crap out of it with like a big hammer and their fists.
Next
Go,
up.
Rob. Read Eber's comment
Which one?
about what he made.
Made some teapot today, giving it 2 weeks to see how it goes with chipotle honey and brown sugar. And I asked him, what is teapot? I have no idea.
That's
I've been
that
waiting for
dude.
the response.
That's that dude that raps. He's from the West Coast. He had that like Brenda's Having a Baby song.
Oh, what?
What was his other alias? Six Pack for sure.
No. But Machiavelli.
Markovell.
He went by Machiavelli right before he faked his. I mean, he, whatever.
Yeah. Before he disappeared.
He did a concert like a couple years ago. Remember that with the hologram?
Yeah.
That freaked people out.
When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling really well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone is having a case of the Mondays?
Exactly. I was about to follow up with this very next comment. No. No. Shit, no, man. I mean, kick your ass if you said something like that. Love that movie.
Pineapple fermented water alcohol.
Hey, he was talking about that a few weeks ago on the live stream. I think. I'm pretty sure because we were all saying that sounded pretty good.
Okay.
Maybe I was drinking and I thought everything sounded good. I don't know. That could have been it too.
Great. PC load letter. What the heck is that? What? Messing up on your TPS reports? Didn't you get the email?
Damn, I always do that. I always mess up with that damn decimal spot.
That's why I bought a case of the Sudsies.
Sounds like somebody's having a case of the Mondays. Rob's going to loan out some heavy truck equipment.
Okay, guys, you know the rules. Rob is gone.
Old man bladder.
Have at it in the comments.
Yes.
Some adult Pepsis. I always wonder what's in Rob's Pepsi. Is it just Pepsi?
He always tells you straight up what it is.
Yeah, he explained it one night when we were drinking pretty good when JT was on.
What's he put in it?
Vodka.
Huh.
Yeah. Looks like you've been missing a lot of work recently. I wouldn't say that I've been missing it, Bob. Peter. Oh man, that was such a great movie. Julian, no. I don't have a Northern Tools anywhere near me, and I haven't heard a commercial in a lot of years. Nice. Nice one, Eber. It's got a good tip for parents have to deal with the PTA. Soak watermelons in tequila. I say substitute grain alcohol, but that's just my grandma speaking there. And bring them out, add salt, put them in a Tupperware, and take them out when you need them.
If you like gummy bears, you can always soak them in vodka.
Well, that's what he said, but he said tequila, yeah. I guess you could do vodka.
Whatever, yeah. The gummy bears.
My grandma's the one that taught me, like, you get like a whole watermelon and then you cut out the top so it looks like a little basket with a handle on there. And then you, like, ball up all of the watermelon inside of there. And obviously you got to set like half of it aside, but you put half of it back in, then you put grapes in there, like poke a couple holes in the grapes with a toothpick or whatever, cut up some strawberries, throw them in there. What else would she do? Cantaloupe, I think honeydew and stuff like that. And then she would just fill like the whole thing with grain, with like Everclear or whatever, like whatever, like the most amount of proof alcohol. Because I would expect like vodka or tequila or rum or something like that, but not my. And my grandma didn't even drink. That was the funniest part. Like, oh no, you get like Everclear. I'm like, what?
Russ says it sounds like jungle juice.
Kind of, yeah. That's what Russ said too. Exactly, fruit basket for adults. Well, puppy dreams. Yep, she would use the melon baller. Be kind of fun.
Oh, and by the way, the Death Nuts on the Death Nut website is all back ordered. But it's $10, but it's back ordered. It's like, so you want them like right away, you probably do have to get them from Pucker Butts.
That's why he's selling them for 15.
Yeah.
Of course, I got his Reaper jerky too, because we've had their Reaper jerky before, and it was actually really, really good. Wasn't hot, but it was really good. Even Ed was a little. I guess when they first did it, Ed was pretty ticked because it wasn't hot, but they liked the flavor of it. But
did you try going to Pucker Butt and seeing if you could order Death Nuts there? Because that would be very interesting if they're back ordered on deathnuts.com, but you go to Pucker Butt and it's like, oh no, yeah, come over here, spend $5 more, and we got as many as you want.
Let's see.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about back order when I ordered them on Pucker Butts.
I didn't see that earlier, but I didn't actually click on them and try to order either. I just saw that they were there. They were $15 with a slash through it, marked down to $10. So I imagine Charles just tried to like actually click on the product and like he's gonna order.
That means that Charles is semi thinking about doing it.
That means it's on.
You're doing it. We just gotta get some to Derek and Russ.
Yeah, Pucker Butts, I guess, has them. Because there's no disclaimer or any kind of thing on theirs.
Conspiracy people. I called that one right off the bat, man.
I'll think about it. I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna think about it.
I'm surprised if you go to Death Nuts, they don't have like a little redirect like we are back ordered, but if you want them, you can go over to Pucker Butts. There's some mosquito that keeps buzzing my head around here.
He said he's willing to do it again, Eber. So, going with Russ is a beast.
Yeah, Eber, you should hop in on that train. Russ is going again.
Yeah.
That'll mean something there.
You gave all yours away. I think you should order some more and have a go at it.
Yeah, jump on Derek's live stream.
Yeah. I'll give my answer in a few days.
When you get them in the mail.
Sounds like a we'll see type thing.
I'm gonna have to think on that one hard.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned I would. Now I'm stuck.
Yeah, kind of like when Chad said he was going to do it.
We forgot about Chad, yeah. I was going to say, we got Chad on board, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad says he's really looking forward to it.
Great, Derek. Charles, take your time.
Might as well just get it over with, man.
Yeah, it's like a Band-Aid. Just whoosh, do it. Got to do it.
See, that's why I buy Band-Aids that don't hurt when you pull now. See, that's a different thing now.
Okay, our era.
Julian says, so are you buying Russ or are you counting on what I said earlier? If you guys are ever interested, surprisingly, Trader Joe's has a ghost pepper grinder. It is awesome.
Is that a sandwich?
No, herb grinder.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like hoagies and grinders, they're like the same thing. That's
No.
what I was asking. Well, why would it be a
Glass
ghost pepper
bottle with a
grinder?
grinder on it for crushing up your herbs.
But why would it be a ghost pepper grinder? Wouldn't it just be an
Because there's
herb
ghost peppers
grinder
in it.
or a pepper grinder?
It could be a grinder in the shape of a ghost pepper.
There you go. Well, that's a better explanation than Rob's. I mean, why would you call it a ghost pepper grinder when you can grind an Anaheim with it?
Why do you call it a pepper grinder when you can grind a whole bunch of different types of herbs in that same grinder? There's pepper in it.
Mine was called an herb grinder.
Why call it a grinder at all?
Yeah, you go into the store and get a McCormick's pepper grinder, and it says pepper grinder on it.
Oh Lord.
Either I've got Chad's.
Tell you what, if they show up at my place, I will do it. Oh, Chad's in.
Wait, was
For
that
sure.
Rob saying that?
Dope. Yeah,
Rob's
I
in on
heard
the
Rob
Dutch
say
Nuts
that.
again? He wants another go round?
But Rob's gonna do 4 and 5 with us.
No. Who's got the walrus's address?
I do believe I have it still somewhere.
I know I've got it.
I still have it, but I don't like to just usually give out addresses.
Well, Uber's very trustworthy. If it was just a random person, I wouldn't be able to do that. But
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
like
if he
Aaron
was
said.
necessarily saying he would buy them for him. Thinking he's thinking.
Like Aaron says, it is a pepper grinder, but has ghost peppers inside. So there, I was right.
okay, so it's like a sea salt grinder or a black pepper grinder that's already, the kind that you can't take it apart and add new stuff to it. I was thinking like, hey, you
Nope, that's
dehydrated some some ghost peppers, so now you put it in this grinder, grind it up, and now you got the powder on the bottom, and then you could keep using it over and over again. I didn't.
So it's a kitchen tool that is once in a clockwise motion turned, puts pressure to whatever the ingredients are in it, comes out in a different form.
Gotcha. My
If
first
you would
thought
like me
was,
to go grab one, I can.
See, there's other kinds of grinders too. There's all sorts of grinders.
I like how Julian said that. It's sealed, not to add whatever herb you want, Rev.
Because there's those hockey puck style grinders too.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Eber, I got you. Not an herb grinder.
All right. Anyway, so here, where'd he go? Yeah, I'll wait.
But those pepper grinders, if you put enough force on the cap, they just pop off. So you can refill them.
Rob, I'm just jacking with you. I know. I knew what it was. I'm just messing with you.
I know, but you can get them off.
That's true.
I go to Domino's and get crushed red pepper, the free packets, go home, open up the packets, dump them in the grinder.
Huh.
I haven't done that in a while, but yeah. Ever since I got into the other hot peppers here, I haven't had crushed red pepper in a long time. There is an electric grinder as well. Yep. Normally I take mine and I'll take and put either sea salt or pink Himalayan salt in it and use that to grind them up.
I always have the pink Himalayan salt.
I've got a blade about yay big that's made out of pink Himalayan salt. Ever seen Slitty Slickers, the coffee grinder? Yep. If you got $45 plus to throw away, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the hottest grinder since that stripper named Pepper. And can't type for crap to say.
I know he keeps retracting his message.
Russ has had to step away for a sec. Hey, Julian, just ordered some death nuts. Uh-oh.
Nice. Russ has got his coming.
You're brave. You're brave, Russ.
I ordered mine. Crap, what day did he do his live? Sunday?
Yeah.
No, Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday because I was live at the same time he was.
Yep. So I ordered mine Saturday night. They're shipped today.
Oh, awesome.
My sausage fingers used to the iPad, but when watching streams. When you get a stylus.
I'm seriously. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Like, so I'm not definite, or I would have already pushed the button. I did that the last time. Oh, Charles, they have Deverandum. I'm like, oh, really? That's the new hot sauce from Burns and McCoy. I ordered that like right here on the
Yeah, you ordered it like 2 minutes.
So yeah, so I'm seriously thinking on this Death Nut one.
Have you got it yet, the Deverandum? Have you tried it?
I did a review on it. Yeah, I did a review on that one.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
What the heck?
It's really good.
Yeah, obviously I don't keep up with the videos very good.
He did one as well, like a day before me, because he got his before mine came in. And yeah, we both say the same thing. Just as hot as Ex Fresco, but has a lot better flavor. Yeah, it's a little bit thinner as well, but it just has a lot better flavor than the Ex Fresco, but still just as hot.
Even says that's why I don't make videos, Dave.
I don't know.
Scott
Especially
isn't
this
in
time
the
of
house,
year.
is he?
Especially this time of year and through the summer, it's real hard to keep up with everybody's videos.
It is.
That's why you'll notice you'll get like comments on like 5 or 6 videos in a row because I'll finally have a splurge time.
See, I'm still trying to find time to splurge on JTs. I'm behind on JTs.
I'm way behind on his now. At least a week and a half now.
Yeah, I'm on 4. I think I'm 4 behind on his.
So I don't know how many he's done since then, but
He's off on Mondays. So
Chad, that's not a good excuse. You can always buy death nuts.
yeah,
Hey, Susie.
it's like buying the gas for that. No, the trolling motor's a little. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Take back that statement. I was thinking of an engine, a motor. So.
Susie got her puppy today.
Oh, cool.
Well,
Let the fun begin.
Vicky says, Chad, you paid for a troll? That's silly. So, Susie, how's first day with the new puppy?
And he told you that already? Them damn Aussies are smart.
Yes. Yeah, Scott isn't in the house, is he?
No.
Okay, because I put a bunch of the spicy rib rub on some chicken the other night. Yeah, it was pretty darn good.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing a video on his one of his jams. So we'll see.
Since we just got him home an hour ago, uh, hey, we're laughing out loud. Yeah, he's great. Drilled and puked the whole way home. Hour drive, but it's okay.
Mine, when I got mine, Maverick, we were like 4 hours. Well, actually, we were I had to go where Julian lives. So yeah, I was in the San Antonio area. I went and got my dog. So drove from Houston area to San Antonio area. So Maverick did pretty good though. It was pretty good there.
Yeah, my little pity when I got her, she when did I get her? Yeah, I got her at the beginning of summer. And for most of the summer, she rode around with me. Like I was doing pulls and she would just hop in the car, we'd drive an hour to where I worked, get done with there, and it was just driving around all day. Just hang out with me and it was really weird because when I first did it, I'm like, I wonder how people are going to react to someone pulling up to their house with a pit bull. Everybody loved her. Like there was only one lady that actually freaked out. It was a homeowner. Like all the like tourists, they loved her. But this one homeowner, she was like, "Oh, that dog is so cute. Oh my God." She comes over and she's petting it and everything. And it's like, "What kind of dog is that?" And I'm like, "A pit bull." And she's like, "What?" And she like backed up like 3 steps. I'm like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, I mean, my Frenchie hacks up all the time. She drinks too fast. Is she too hot? Eating grass outside. She's trying to keep up with Maverick because she can't do the same things that Maverick can. So she's always having issues. Anyway, like I was saying, I guess before Rev left. So keeping up with my tradition of my pepper is ripened from the garden. So today I'm doing the black Kathumbi, which you can see everything is black except the calyx.
Wasn't that cool?
So the stem, the pod, everything except the calyx
Nice.
is black. And then it's of course a dark plant as well, purple black. Let's see what it looks like inside. And inside,
Look like a pepper.
oh well, it looks kind of like a chocolatey
Yeah, it does.
color. Let's see the seeds on that one.
And back to the YouTube thing, like you were saying earlier, Dave, I don't think this is why, but just a message for everybody else on the YouTube that uses it or makes videos or both or anything like that. YouTube loves to either A, unsubscribe you from people, B, they won't give you notices in your subscription thing that people have videos out. They won't give you, like, even if you ring the bell, they won't give you notices that people go live. So every once in a while, it might be a good idea to unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then re-click the bell again. I've found that happens a lot. Like JT, we were talking about him earlier. He does 6 videos a week. And like every once in a while, like I don't get a video from him. And I'm like, well, wait, what the heck? Like today I was like, oh, it's Monday. I don't get a video from him. But every other time, if I don't get a video from him, I go and double check. He put a video out and for some reason didn't show up my subscriptions, didn't show up on my notifications or anything. So I unsubscribe, resubscribe, ring the bell again, and then it works fine for, a bunch of months. So just a little pro tip.
Okay, so let's see how this one is. got a good flavor to it. It's not super sweet. It definitely doesn't have like a florally taste to it. All right, Rob, don't get pissed. I'm eating out of the part. It's just another whole pod.
And Julian, it's not that the queue is full. YouTube actually came out recently and said that they have a tier level. And if you watch all of their videos, like you're on the highest tier, even if you do, you might be moved to the middle tier or the lower tier or something like that. But they have a tiered program where they intentionally will not give you notifications for certain channels. I don't understand exactly what they were trying to get at, but it made sense to them, apparently. But you can find that. I think it's on the YouTube creator page. And it was like less than a month ago they put out that video. It was like 3 younger people. I think it was 2 girls and a guy talking about it.
That one definitely had more bite than that other one I tried Friday. You got that like stinging front of the tongue burn, and then like when you swallow whatever else, it just hits you and like zips back to the back of your throat. But it's pretty much going away. I mean, it's not strong. It's like a really hot ahi. I mean, just pick an ahi that's pretty strong in heat. But you know, some of them do that to you. Get that zip, and that's pretty much it. So not bad. It's cool as hell. They have it looks like little black jelly beans all over the plant. So kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm thinking how the pod itself is black and then the stem and
Yeah.
What's up, Blumberg?
I was just gonna say, other Rob in the house.
Yeah, you were volunteered to do the Death Nuts on Derek's channel with Derek and Dave and Russ and maybe Charles.
Charles is still thinking.
and Chad.
And Eber. Eber's still thinking about it too.
I actually like that one, so I'm going with that. I like that pod.
Nice.
Cool.
You said there was a little bit of sweetness to it?
A little bit, but not much. But it definitely wasn't like super strong florally taste either.
Right.
So, but it has that good zip in the tongue, and it hits you back real. You know, when you're swallowing or whatever, in the back of the throat real quick, and then it kind of just settles down.
Didn't look like there was a whole ton of seeds in it either.
There's actually quite a few.
Is there really?
Jeff is in the house.
Let's see. At least, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, at least 30.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
It just didn't look like a typical...
They're hidden underneath it.
Mm.
You know how they hide sometimes in the placenta underneath. That's
Yeah.
cool. So, save those seeds. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. I like that.
So, Blumberg, you have been volunteered to get the Death Nut, so you can join us for the Death Nut Challenge if you... We've made plans. Derek is going to host it. He's going to do the nuts with me, him, Russ. If you get them.
Blumberg's already got him.
And Charles. Oh, he already has his?
Oh, yeah, he already won his from Eber. He's had his for a week or so.
We're trying to get Chad, but he's kind of making excuses.
Yeah, something about a trolling motor or something.
Yeah.
Or paying somebody to troll him, something like that.
Yeah, so if anybody in the chat wants to buy Chad some Death Nuts.
They have forcefully nominated us for torture.
It's all for the glory, Derek.
Yeah, other Rob says I got them, Dave.
Nice. So if you don't have plans to do them live or whatever, we can do this. You can join us and we can do this.
And what day are you thinking?
I don't know. We'll all have to decide. I don't know. I know I agree with Russ. A day off after would be nice.
See, I'm usually off on Sunday and Monday.
That's what I'm thinking. Sunday, so Saturday night would be a great night if.
But the thing is, I work Saturday night
What time do you work?
till 11.
So that's
Oh,
12
geez.
that's 12 our time.
Yeah. So
In the morning.
I don't know I don't know if Russ works on Mondays or not.
Do it Saturday or Sunday morning.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do it a Sunday morning. Ruin the whole day.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it in the morning at all.
But on the other side of the coin, if you do it in the morning, then it's not going to wreck your sleep right away. Trying to get it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you do it at like a good, like in the evening at like 7 o'clock.
Right.
I'm sure it's still going to wreak havoc going to bed, but
But we'll think of something.
Chad, if you order them tomorrow, well, they should be here by the end of the week. At the latest, you should have them. Because tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anytime I've ever ordered from Pucker Butts, it's usually here within 3 days.
and like Eber said, Rob, Eber did not volunteer you. No, I think it was a collective nomination because we all knew you had them.
Yeah. Sweet. Russ is on board. Okay.
Oh, Chad's in.
You have Sunday off, Russ?
So crazy how peer pressure works like that.
Let all you big shots try it instead of a small fry like me.
Yeah, you made it to 3. Me and Donna were cheering you on. I was like, dang, he did go to 3.
Dang.
I've seen people ready to tap out on 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm willing to bet there's some out there where people tapped out after trying the very first one of
Oh, yeah.
number 1.
I guarantee it. Because you got people at all different levels.
Oh yeah, it's not like the one chip challenge where once it's in your mouth, you're like, "We'll just keep chewing it and we're done." Like, no, you got to keep going and going and going and going.
Mm-hmm.
Julian, nope, I can't join for the last 2.
No, that was part of the deal. Yeah, he'll be joining.
Nope. Can't wait to see the video. Wink, wink. I tap out on the samples. So then, if you well, forget it. Yeah, when I first heard about those samples being out, I thought I should get some of those, and then I thought, yeah, I better not.
And then you got.
Perhaps because I don't know if I can get past level 1. Yeah, right.
There you go. Make some noise.
Hello.
Nice. Just a little bit of peer pressure and bam.
And Eric, you chew the nut for 30 seconds, and then you wait 90 seconds before you move on to the next window.
Which I still don't know. How the heck do you freaking chew a peanut for 30 seconds?
I don't know. I was going to say that when Rob and Russ were doing it, but Batman didn't seem to have a problem. Because I was timing him, and like he was still chewing, and it was like 34 seconds. And I'm like, dang, how the heck is he still chewing?
It had to be mush. I think he was just moving it around.
Yeah, if you chew slow enough, you can get it.
I'm thinking they probably just want you to 30 seconds before you swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you chew it up as fast as you
I don't
can,
know.
just hold it in your mouth until, 30 seconds is up. Then
Right.
I says it gets stuck in your teeth. It's a lot of powder. Yes, it is. Takes way longer than 180 seconds to pop the next one. Not if you have an X-Acto knife. That's what I did. I just pop it, run it around, and I'm open.
but you only have 120 seconds. You got 30 seconds to chew and then 90 seconds till the next one.
Yeah, the actual rules say 90 to 180 seconds. So a minute and a half to 3 minutes.
Right.
Wait in between.
Chad's off. The order is nuts.
Also, I have a field trip with school tomorrow. That sounds like fun, hopefully. And I quote, Charles told me days ago, I'm not gonna eat the death nuts.
Man, the times are a changing.
And that may still be true because I may not eat the death nut. I may go up to window number 4, but I may not actually eat the death nut. So the statement's still kind of true.
Hey, Rocky. Eva says, Freaky, only to nuts as big as number 4. Babsy show nut number 4 for us, sir. As long as but you didn't say please, but you asked nicely.
But see, I'm still thinking about just getting it and just having it as a souvenir because it's a memorable moment in our pepper. So you're gonna try them now?
No, he's Eber asked me to show what number 4 looks like and then what number 5 is. Number 5 is a glob of peanuts and powder all together into one big mass. Number 4 has actually got 3 nuts in there. So if we're looking at this, that's what you're looking at for numbers 3 or 4 and 5.
Huh. Piece of cake. You can do it, Rob.
Eber wants to see you do number 4 or 5. I don't know. Whatever. He's saying pretty
You can want all you want because I'm not going to do it.
Well,
there's starving children in Africa, Rob.
You give me their address, I'll send this to them. So eat something. So there's nowhere for it to get stuck. That would be a good idea, except peanuts are sharp and jagged and hard. I think it'd pull it right out. Freaky says, rules are made to be broken. Put the whole pack in your mouth and chew away. Nope. Derek says, I was all about it a day or so ago. Haha. Let's see. Julian says that's the advent calendar for pepperheads. Can't not open Christmas.
Exactly.
Other Rob says my number 5 is huge. Yeah, so is this one. Pretty please, Todd? No. Freaky says, oh wow, that's a nice size to chew. Yeah. Christmas is coming, Rob. Yes, it is. It's like 6-7 months away yet, but yeah. Eber says, thank you. You're welcome, Eber, for showing it. At least I think you're talking to me. You mean Haiti, Rev.
And I'm going with this statement here. Like I said, I didn't want to do it originally. I still may not. I may look at it as like like I said, just something that came up in 2018. And I'm not saying that I'm going to go through with the whole thing even if I start the challenge. I'm not talking crap. I haven't talked crap once to Rob Z about not finishing 4 or 5. We just I said that was very good for you to go through 3. So I'm just getting that out right now. So if I do the challenge and don't get that far, I'm not talking crap, so I don't want to hear anything from anybody. And my thing on this is the way I've seen everyone who's done it. If you talk crap to me or anybody who participates in any of these challenges, just that then you can go order some and you could do it. And I want to see you do it on video because I've heard the same results from everybody. Not one hasn't had issues with their stomach afterwards.
And they're hot.
Well, they're extremely hot. Something happened in Hawaii?
Yeah, a volcano exploded.
Which one?
Kilauea, that's been a few days ago, though.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole freaking island is like being destroyed.
The volcano erupting isn't a big deal. The lava flowing isn't a big deal. It's the gases that are being produced that apparently is the big deal. Because there's no commercial gas mask that you can buy that will protect you from the gases.
Yeah, because it's a sulfur-based whatever. Yeah, it's the ash.
And there's
that
houses
kills
sinking,
people
roads
alive.
falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently a couple plates sunk, and geological things are happening. I'm no geometric person or anything, but yeah, and I agree with Russ. I liked when Batman said, "I don't like your tone, Death Nuts," and threw the freaking package. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just burst out laughing when he did that.
Well, like right now, right as we speak, I'm still looking and like, why did it just spend $20.50 on this? I'm seriously.
You have a really cool mantelpiece.
I may be. I mean, I swear to God, it may be. I'm not 100% on it because I'm not liking the stomach cramp crap. I had that after having those 4 tablespoons of both of those sauces. I don't like stomach cramps. I just don't like them at all.
Go into it just progressively eating hotter and hotter things every single day until the day that you do it. Maybe that'll help you out.
And like I say, eat a ton before you go to do this challenge.
Yeah, and
I ate half a large pizza and I didn't think that was enough.
What's the key, Dave? Like fatty foods, like hamburgers, like really greasy hamburgers, or?
Yes.
I would say probably. That's why I opted for a pepperoni pizza beforehand.
Gross.
Rocky says, I know Dave can handle those. He's already done so many super hot taste tests.
What's up, Rocky?
Hey, Rocky.
The heat don't concern me. It's the stomach that I keep thinking about. Like, man,
That's what I'm thinking about.
But curiosity kills the cat.
Satisfaction brought him back.
Curiosity's got the best of me. Like, why? Why is this tearing everybody up? I got to find out for myself.
Yeah, that phrase, curiosity killed the cat, that's the first half of it. But satisfaction brought him back. The second half of that phrase.
Yeah, you don't ever hear anybody say that half.
Nope.
Bananas and Tums. Peanut butter sandwich, 10 minutes before you do it.
Hey, that goes hand in hand. Peanut butter, Death Nuts. There's a correlation there.
That says it's going to happen. Yeah, the heat goes away. The pain kicks the next day. Get the 12 carne asada tacos with onions, radish, cilantro, red and green sauce. You'll be set.
Carne asada.
This is the first time ever hearing that about the cat. Yeah, most people never know that. My mother was an English major in college, and that was one of her things was folklores and, quick phrases like that and their origins and stuff.
Like the meaning of like understand. Like if you're going to try to figure out like a floor plan, You should go underneath the floor and look up so that you're under and you can understand the floor plan kind of thing. Makes
In my
sense.
family, we always said, "Do you stand under?" One of those weird quirks. Like nothing was ever backwards. It always had the wrong end too. Crazy said, "Let's face it. The only good thing about this Death Nut Challenge is the nut jokes."
That's a very good point.
So just think of all the jokes we'll have on the live stream.
Yeah, like step on a crack, break your mother's back. I used to know the origin of that one, but I can't remember it right off the top of my head.
We'll have to have Russ be the lead since he has the experience with them.
Not just the lead. He'll be like the leader. He'll be like, all right, round one. And then like, okay, we're moving
So
on.
I mean, he could. Derek will host it, but Russ will be the leader MC.
That is funny, Julian. Is that why Rastas say overstand? Because they're higher. I have heard Rastas say overstand. And that's probably why. But the step on a crack, break your mama's back. I thought that was just goes back to that stupid that's right. See, I'm even calling it out. Superstition of not stepping on a crack. Which I know why they say not to walk under a ladder. That one's pretty interesting. And the ladder is because it's like an A-frame, and it's usually like the Father, the Son, and like the Holy Spirit. It's like the Trinity type thing, and you're not supposed to go through that. And it's nothing to do with like a paint can falling off.
Huh.
I never knew that one until like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. I always thought it was just the paint can falling kind of thing. But then like I worked with a lot of jobs where we were painting. Nobody drops paint cans off a ladder. Like, when was the last time you ever saw someone drop a... That's the guy that gets fired, you know? That's the guy I get a text like, can you call this guy up? And I'm over here like, hey, Mark, you're fired.
Huh.
Can you imagine the mess that you would have if you dropped like a 1-gallon paint can off of, just say, an 8-foot ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ask Pepper Potts about that in the 5-gallon bucket going down the concrete steps. Wasn't off a ladder, but yeah, they dumped one up at the college.
The other ones. I knew a bunch of the superstition ones, which they were all kind of dumb. Like, I get where they're coming from, and it was like the culture and stuff like that, but I don't know. They just didn't seem applicable in today's age. I never did find out the stepping on the crack one. But okay, here's a funny story. So I work with this dude. He was very superstitious. We're on this road, and it's 3 roads that all go parallel down this road for, what, 800 to almost 1,200. So almost 4 miles long. And there's crossroads every so often. So we're driving down this road, and a black cat comes running across the road in front of us. And he slams on the brakes and throws it into reverse and backs up, pulls into a driveway, turns around, goes back, hits the side road, goes down the side road, then hits the middle road, goes down there, and the black cat goes running across the road again. He slams on the brakes again, like backs up, does it again, and he floors it this time, man. He's going to beat that cat. And he made it all the way down. He floored it down. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Like, you are insane. He's like, no way, man. Like, I'm not letting a black cat run across the road in front of me. That is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know. What if you just backed up, turned around, went the other way, drove, I don't know, half mile down the road, stopped, turned around, and then went back down the road? I mean, what are the rules to this stuff? I don't even know, but He refused, man. You should have, like, the first time he was like casually driving to the second road, but by that second time he just floored it, man. We're on a 25-mile-an-hour residential road and he's doing like 55 trying to like beat this cat. It was the middle winter, so there was nobody around, but still, it's just so weird.
Oh, Rocky, my grandmother was the same way. Don't you dare open an umbrella inside the house.
That had another meaning too. I can't remember what that one was. But it actually made sense once you heard what the actual meaning was. It was nothing to do with like superstition, but I can't remember. If you do a 180, it doesn't count as crossing your path because you didn't go across the path that the cat went. So therefore, like, the cat crossed, but you didn't go across where the cat crossed. So you know, he turned around. That, according to that dude, anyway. I don't know. It was all pretty crazy to me. Aaron's not superstitious, but just a little stitious. I'm not superstitious at all. Like, sometimes I'll do weird things where I won't step on, like when you have a crosswalk and you got the lines going across a crosswalk. Sometimes I won't walk on them, but if I do, it's not the end of the world or anything. It's not like something bad's gonna happen. Breaking a mirror. I've broken so many mirrors, it's not even funny. I mean, I've done jobs where you remodel. Like, what do you do with the mirror? Throw it in the dumpster. Well, good luck getting that thing in there in one piece. You're on the second floor and you're throwing it into a dumpster on the first. Oh, by the way, that dude with the cat, that guy broke a mirror. It was the funniest thing ever. He was freaking out so bad.
Did he cry?
It was the closest thing to crying that an adult male will do. It was so great. And I was just sitting there laughing. He's like, "You're not making it any better." And I'm like, "Oh, I think I am." And this isn't a superstition or anything, but also another funny thing. I don't know if any of you have ever installed like a toilet in a box. They give you like the bottom, like the bowl part, and then they give you the tank part, and you got to put it together. Everything's really installed, but you got to put the tank on the bowl, and then you got to put the wax seal down, and put the toilet onto the wax seal, and then bolt it down to the floor and everything, and then hook up your water supply. Well, this dude, I was telling him about it, and I'm like, "Dude, be careful. It's porcelain. Even though you got like rubber grommets on there where you're tightening it down and everything, if you over tighten it, you're gonna snap the porcelain." "Oh no, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing." I'm like, "Okay, man, like, you know, just be careful. You don't have to go crazy tight. Like, all you have to do, I mean, it's got a big thick washer between the two. You just have to make it snug and it won't leak." Like, I mean, it's crazy how much the little amount of pressure that you, I mean, you could do it finger tight almost. They recommend not to. You got to use a wrench and just do like an extra half turn kind of thing. But that dude did like an extra 4 turns on that thing. Everything was good. And the whole time I'm sitting there like, "Oh man, no, stop. Oh man, no. He's like, "I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing." He kept doing it and doing it. And then when he was done, he's like, "See, I told you I know what I'm doing." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure. Like, you showed me, whatever." And we're hanging out with the homeowner and we're talking. Just sitting there, and I think it was one of those jobs where it was after hours kind of thing, and the homeowner was there, so she's like giving us beers and everything. We're hanging out, drinking a couple beers. He got done doing that. It was like 3 minutes after that. All of a sudden, you just hear pink, and then you hear crash, and we're like, "What the heck was that?" We walk in, the whole tank's laying on the side, right where the bolts went in. It was all snapped off. It was so funny, man. Back, and like, he claimed that when he took it out of the box, it was like that already, and they gave him a brand new one. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, we see a lot of that at work.
And that's
so
my that's my super.
We check them now.
Just don't do that. You won't break it.
Yeah. We actually check them now. We inspect them before they leave the store.
It's a good idea if you're the store, unless you got like a liberal, whatever production company that sends you them.
Yeah.
But you can only take so many back before you're like, wait a minute. I mean, if I got it back and I was the guy that like, sold it to like your store, I'd be like, wait a minute. This guy obviously cranked those bolts down.
Have a good night, Eber.
Later, Eber.
Later, Eber.
Or they drop it off the truck when they're trying to do it by themselves.
Good night, Freaky.
I almost did that with the last one I installed. That thing was like twice as heavy as any toilet that I've ever had to install. It was so heavy that I finally got it into my truck, and before I took it into the house, I took it apart and I carried up just the tank and the bowl itself. I mean, that thing, I don't know how I got the whole kit into my truck, because the bowl itself, I could barely get that thing. I carried it all the way around the house and then set it down, and then picked it up again and carried it up a flight of stairs and then set it down. And then I picked it back up and walked into the house to the bathroom and then set it back down. It was the heaviest toilet I've ever had to deal with.
Well, American Standard has one now that you better be a beast to be lifting it by yourself. Otherwise, it's just much safer to use two people.
That's what it was, American Standard.
Yeah, it's freaking heavy.
Yeah, and the one we took out, I don't know if you've ever seen them. They are, I can't remember exactly what. I know the name. It's like Hydro Boost, or I don't know. But they're the kind where you flush them, and they've got inside. They don't have like a fill valve. They don't have a flush valve. They've got a tank, and so you fill up a pressurized tank, and whenever you flush it, it sounds like an airline toilet. Where it goes,
oh yeah.
Yeah, that bowl. Oh my God, that thing's like the heaviest thing I've ever had to deal with.
I did believe it also has a 2-inch drain or 2.5-inch drain instead of a 2-inch.
It's pretty dang big.
Yeah, I work in a hardware store.
I got those suckers for free. A house wanted them because they were the best toilets you could get, like $2,000 for a toilet. And I took 2 of them because the condo I was living in at the time, I was like, yeah, we'll take them. And I took them. I called up the number on the tank, and I'm like, hey, I've got a broken, it was technically the flush valve. It's like the centerpiece on the tank that the flush lever pushes on. And that thing was messed up. And I called them up, and they sent me brand new flush valves for nothing. So I was like, heck yeah, I installed those things, and they were there for years. But yeah, that was the day, man. I was in so much pain after that. That American Standard, that was what I had to put in, and that that jet flush, I think that's what it was, jet flush toilet. That's what I had to take out. So I had to like carry in the heaviest toilet I ever carried in and carry out the heaviest toilet I've ever carried out. It's insane.
No, Russ, I haven't. I heard of that. Something, I don't know how do they work?
I've never seen them that the bowls do it. I've seen it that the septic lines do it, or septic or sewer lines do it.
Right.
But they have a toilet that's designed for places that don't have septic systems, like you hooked up to well water at a cabin, and all the water goes out, and it sits in a tank and goes down. When the main part of it gets full to a certain point, it lights up a gas torch and incinerates everything down into an ash. Then the next time it flushes, those ashes get picked up and dropped into the ground. It's the last time I looked at it, that's how it worked.
I just want a bidet. I've always wanted a bidet.
A bidet?
Ever since watching Crocodile Dundee, I wanted a bidet.
My uncle I've talked about this many times, but my uncle that bought his property for like $2,000, built the house for like $100,000, and sold it for like $850,000 up the road. And it was 4th from the ocean, and whenever he sold it, it was semi-ocean front. That thing had a bidet in there. And I remember going up there, it was only in the master bedroom. And I remember going up there and just looking at it and like trying to operate it. I'm like, how the heck does this thing even work? Just turning on the water and stuff, and it would shoot up and spray the ceiling. And I'm like, what? How is that supposed to work, man? That's the craziest thing. But you
Gage
said
is in the house.
What's up, Gage?
Big Gage.
up, Gage. But you said the bidet, Charles. Did you look into those Japanese toilets? The ones with like the heated seats, with the water that comes out, like the warm water, and it's kind of like a bidet meets like a heated seat toilet meets a toilet all in one.
Meets a massager.
Yeah, I
Like
think
a warm air that can blow through the bowl as you're sitting there, and
yeah, it's got water to like bidet action, but like Rob said, then it's got air to like dry your butt and everything.
What else can it do? Can it do anything else?
it's got a music MP3 music player off to the side on the control panel as well.
I think there's like some kind of option where you can get this like reach around arm or something.
And that's where it went.
And that's where that one stopped.
Knew by the look on his face, that's what he was.
Yeah. No, I've never actually seen one of those toilets, but I heard Rogan talking about it.
Huh.
I believe, if I remember correctly, I believe he said he has those Japanese toilets in every single bathroom in his house.
Yeah, there's YouTube videos all over for him.
And those, again, are like $2,000 or $3,000. They're very expensive.
Yeah, Menards has a version of one, and it's like $1,800.
So you pretty much are WWRD, right, Rev?
WWRD.
What would Rogan do?
Oh, I thought you were saying, what would Rev do? I'm
No.
like, man, you don't want to do that.
$2,000 toilet.
I just listen to a lot of Rogan.
Mm-hmm. I tune in once in a while when I can. When the kids aren't around.
Yeah. If it's like an MMA guest, I kind of really don't care. But if it's like there was a couple weeks ago, they had some guy that was just talking about sleep. And that just fascinated me because like the stuff that he was talking about, I knew about, but I never really thought about. And then he'll have other guests like Randall Carlson on there talking about cataclysmic events and, like meteor impacts and stuff like that on Earth, wiping out humans, and just blew my mind.
Have a good night, Aaron.
Later, Aaron.
Later, Aaron.
Well, all right, fellas, I'm heading off of here.
Nope, can't.
I was supposed to get off at 11. I just realized it's almost 20 after.
No, your clocks are wrong.
Yeah.
20 after 10.
You forgot about daylight savings.
Yeah. So it's really 20 after 10, not 20. Man,
Yeah,
I'm
it's 20
screwed.
minutes after 10. That's
In
what I'm
20
saying.
minutes, yeah. And
40 more minutes.
your place is 20 after 10.
Oh, gotta give you a hard time. He'll be back Wednesday, right?
Thursday.
Yeah, Gage shows up and Dave leaves.
Thursday, I'll be on Make It Wayne Batman show.
I can't see
Me
that
and Rev
one.
taking on. Me and Rev taking on the chip.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I'm hoping, I got my fingers crossed that Rev can connect.
I hope so.
You guys need to try ahead of time, I hope.
Well, that was the thing. Like, I was trying to connect for like a good 30 minutes before they actually went live.
Huh. Well, you won't have any issues Thursday. We'll just say you won't have any issues Thursday.
Right. We're not going to be superstitious or something, anything like that.
Yeah.
Right. Don't break no mirrors. Don't open no umbrellas in the house. You see a black cat, shoot it.
Smell some salt, pick it up, and throw it over your left shoulders to keep the demons away.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry, Gage.
I can't wait for that. Should be a little more quiet for that challenge.
Yeah. It'll be fun. And then when we do the death nuts.
I'll be there rooting you on.
We
Hopefully.
just got to get. We got to get. Derek needs to get his, and
Eber.
we'll figure out. We'll figure out who will host it. I'm thinking since because he had a couple good points earlier in a comment, so maybe Rush should actually host it on his channel.
Yeah, but that could just be an excuse. And I'm only joking, Derek, but it could be an excuse for Derek to take off when he's had too much. And yeah, doesn't want to admit that he couldn't
Oh
go
no,
on
it
the
so
Wizard
is
of
an
Macho.
excuse. It so is an excuse. No.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, I'll host it
Yeah, I mean it's.
way after everybody.
And yes, Derek, I was just kidding. And no, Julian, Rev did not eat the bat chip. That's going to happen Thursday on the Bat and Bear show with Dave.
And Amy and Adam.
Yeah.
What was that, Charles?
With Amy and Adam.
Oh, Amy and Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, I forgot the names.
Yeah.
I'm game for whatever, guys. Don't ever say that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Because we
especially
could get
with
some
this crowd.
source and inject that into a Reaper and say, here, you have to eat it without cutting it open. And then watch you. I wouldn't even do that.
Eating like what, 20 primos, or drinking a whole bottle of sauce, or
No, I was, yeah. Well, those,
man, there's a lot of examples. There's no way in hell I would ever do.
take some of the source, that 9 million Scoville or whatever, and inject that into a Reaper and say, here, you have to eat this without cutting it open. But no, I wouldn't do that.
Or eat the chip that has 8 drops of the freaking source on it.
No.
That was a high that I enjoyed.
But did it hit you the next day?
No, not really. No, because if you remember, I didn't swallow the majority of it.
That's right.
I swallowed some of it, but then I spit it out. So that way, because I was not about to have my gut go in the. But I don't think it would have. The more I think about it after I did it, I was like, you know what? I really don't think it really would have tore it gut up. But anyways.
Didn't want it to go into nuclear meltdown.
Right. I didn't want like my kids in the next room crying, why is Dad in the corner like a baby?
What's going on with Dad?
Yeah. The last time yeah.
Eric said, gum's on the way, Ross.
Nice.
If ordered, good night, everyone. Good night, Chad.
Rush, you'll enjoy that gum.
Have
Sweet,
fun on
Chad.
the field tomorrow.
Chad, you mean nuts ordered, right?
Yeah.
Point. I might be down to do it, might, but really would feel better if someone else hosts. Wife is up super early, and if Junior gets up, it's on me.
Well, Russ can host it. Like I said, I'll do it if nobody else wants to do it. I'm always
Yeah.
down. But yeah, Russ, if you want to do it, there you go.
I mean, nuts ordered. I'm tired. Go to bed, Chad. Thanks, Eric. I am looking forward to trying it.
Yeah, hit the bed, Chad. You got a field trip in the morning.
Yeah. All right. I will see you guys Thursday
All
via
right.
Batman.
Hopefully, I'll
Have
be
fun.
there.
Yeah. You better be there. Charles is mean mugging and he's on silent. Why?
He's probably letting a dog out.
He's letting a fart out. What?
The dog out.
Oh.
Well, maybe that too. I don't know.
That's why his silence went quiet.
He was on mute.
Oh, Lord. All right. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Alrighty, later, Dave.
See ya.
If you can figure how to. Oh, okay, there he goes. I was going to say, if you can figure out how to turn it off, that is.
Sometimes it doesn't want to turn off.
Yeah. I know you are. I am looking forward to trying it, the gum. So Charles is gone. And that means we get to talk about him. So I don't know if he's gonna like this That's Not Challenge or not.
I think he'll be fine. I
I
mean, he'll
think he'll
probably
do a
have.
whole lot better at it than I did.
Well, I think he'll have some uncomfortableness the next day, but I don't think it's going to be like curled up in a ball, like can't get anything done kind of thing. It might be like multiple trips to the toilet or something, but I don't think it's going to be too bad for him. I don't know. Is Russ still here? Yeah, Russ still here. How bad was it for you the next day? You said it was kind of rough, but what does that mean? Does that mean like you couldn't leave the house kind of rough, or was it just you weren't at optimal working potential kind of rough? Because if it's the second, then that shouldn't be that big of a deal for Charles anyway. Heck, he ate, what the heck was that thing he ate? He ate that chocolate bootleg, but what was the one after that? What was the one that like lit him up where he sounded like the guy John Candy from The Great Outdoors, but instead of bear, he was saying hot, hot, hot. I can't remember what that one was. Wasn't it the purple? Was it the purple ghost scorpion?
Russ says that knife was tough to sleep.
But did you try to drink a lot of alcohol? I hear that helps.
Cramps next morning hurt, but not as bad like the rumbling tummy. Gage says, this was my non-Dorset Naga.
Oh, that's right, the serpent's head.
Hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, that's so funny. At the time, I didn't even think anything of it, but it wasn't until the next day when he sent me that meme of John Candy doing the there's a bear, there's a bear, there's a bear, big bear, and he's like replaced bear with hot. That's when I was like, oh yeah, it kind of was like him.
Russ says, I can deny or admit I had adult beverages. Julian says, I woke up today and then stood up and thought I had to go again. Crazy peppers. Worst thing about the cramps is they go in waves. Teases, and then each time is worse than the last.
Yep.
It was Gage's non-Naga, a.k.a. Serpent's Head.
Yeah, serpent's head.
Charles, walk away again. We're not done talking about you yet.
I already heard. So, yes, Gage's non-Naga serpent head was hot.
What were you with the what was it? What was the other one you did? The purple ghost scorpion?
Yeah, that one was hot. That one didn't throw me. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think as hot, but for whatever reason, I had like handshakes on that one. So with that Naga one, well, I had that as well, and it was hot. So I don't know. So we'll see on that definite thing if that comes to pass or not.
So Rocky's asking, so Rev, are you going to put your plants in bigger containers or just put the cups in a hydro reservoir?
Hydro reservoir like I usually do. Remove the bottom reservoir, just set it in a bigger reservoir and let them take off. Seems like the easiest way to go.
Russ says, pods scare me.
Have you ever tried any pods? I don't ever remember seeing any videos, but I know you got pods on the way, but have you ever tried pods?
Let's change that question to, but have you ever tried any really hot pods? Because,
No, that's why I was
Bell
starting off
peppers
with.
are hot pods.
That's why I was starting off with just pods in general, because I assume he didn't eat really hot pods yet.
That's one of those purple gum scorpions. I picked that today. Well, a bunch of little ones too. That's a good size one.
That says, I know they are hard to come by here fresh. That's why I'm trying my first grow. And Julian says, dude, yeah, press the orange. Buddy was hot, but farm raised. Derek says, I started out strong eating them, but seem to affect me more and more. My tolerance is going backwards. You want to try a serpent's head, Russ?
If you do try serpent's head, I'd suggest start with like a quarter or less sliver, and then work your way up. So that's just a suggestion.
Yeah, that's Russ. I think he's calling you out.
Or whatever pods are on their way to your place, Russ. Try them, and then decide if you're going to do a serpent's head.
Yeah. Because once
Well,
I get all these, when I get all these going, I'll send you a bunch of stuff.
he said the hottest he's ever had, hottest he's ever had fresh was an orange habanero.
Mm.
That's where I was when I started growing super hots. And it was like, hey, look, I got a ghost pepper. Hey, look at this. I've got a M.A. Wartrix. I've got a Butch Tea crossed with Douglas. I was trying to fill in more blanks, but whatever. It ended up with, hey, what the heck's going to happen? I'm a master at this stuff. I'm really good at it. And tried the Brazilian brain strain, and that was my downfall.
But if you add the serpent's head into different type of things like cooking or whatever, it's not as bad as eating it like just fresh. Just go in small quantities.
Got a hashtag chocolate bootla for Russ. Everybody likes to pass out those chocolate bootlas.
But he said chocolate more than mine, right?
Well, Julian said chocolate bootla for Russ.
Oh yeah, or Hako Latte Bootla. There's no C. It's hashtag Hako Bottle Loop Day.
I was filling in the blanks.
Oh, okay.
I do that a lot. And I don't know, like, do you ever get that? Like, they say that, I forget how many people, you can, like, put up so many, like, leave out so many letters in a sentence. And, like, there's certain people that can just read it and they'll, like, read the entire thing. Like, they don't actually read what's there, but they read what, was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I tend to have that.
Well, what's amazing to me is the people who you could tell them a date, say January 21st, 1987, and they could tell you everything that happened in that year or whatever the hell it is. I mean, they can go back. I mean, you just got to give them a date or whatever else. They just know everything. I think I saw that on a program somewhere. There's like you know one thing and they just know everything.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them. I definitely am not that guy. There are certain dates that I will, like December 7th, 1941, it's Pearl Harbor Day. Like certain stuff like that I remember, but.
Yeah.
What is it?
Death Spiral for us. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I had to trim my plant way back because, I don't know, that was one of my other kind of casualties, but it's coming back. So I'm hoping that made it.
Was it November 23rd, 1963? That when Kennedy got killed?
I'm bad on that. I'm bad on dates like that. I went by that whole area when I was in Dallas a few weeks ago. It's so small. I mean, it's not a very large area.
Yeah, Dealey Plaza. Yeah, I've never even been close to that. Or I guess the closest I was at was Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. And I was only there for like 20 minutes or something and caught a flight to Oklahoma City.
Well, I'm thinking, Derek, that just like that Brian Ames or whatever his name is, that's what he did. He went and got laxative. I'm thinking that's what may be an alternative. Just get a laxative and get it the hell out of my system.
I was thinking that earlier when Raymond was saying that he had the world's most sour drink, and it was like also a diuretic. And I was thinking like, I don't know, man, you do the death nuts, maybe combine the two, and you get a diuretic. I mean, I'm sure like spicy food in general tends to be a kind of diuretic, but you combine the two, or just take a diuretic type thing, and I don't know, might get it out of the system a lot quicker. But if you do it at night, take the diuretic. I mean, does that mean you're waking up at like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning and sitting on the toilet for like, a good hour? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'd rather be doing that than being in pain.
Yeah. But also, like diuretics will dehydrate you too.
Well, drink some water.
You got to drink a lot of water. Yeah. Which, I mean, that's a good alternative to having the cramps. That's for sure.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm not 100%. I'm going to do it. Like I said, it may just be memorabilia for something that happened in 2018, and I just ordered it and spent $20 on it. That's the way I'm looking at it right now.
That's funny, man. Derek, you get the Ring of Fire every time. There was a point like I would, and then like all of a sudden it just stopped. And like, yeah, maybe slightly, but that's it. But the cramps are nothing compared to Ring of Fire. Yeah, normally, well, going to the bathroom will help you get rid of the cramps, but it's not like you go to the bathroom and they're gone. It's like you go to the bathroom and they're slightly better. Then you go to the bathroom again and it's slightly better. It's never like go to the bathroom and they're gone. Oh, great. Batman chip effect, Derek. We'll find out Thursday, I guess, for me.
Yeah, I didn't have any effect from that one. And I had two pieces of chocolate afterwards.
And well, Rocky said maybe a drug detox drink will also detox you of capsicum. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. The capsicum's like an oil, and the oil's probably absorbing into your like stomach, intestine, intestinal wall and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe yes. Maybe depending on what kind of drug detox. I don't know. Maybe massive amounts of water. I don't. I don't think I've ever tried that. Like eat a hot pod and then just drink as much water as I can. I've never tried that. That might help. Not to like quiet the burn, so to say, but to just to move everything right on through. I guess that wouldn't work too good. Because I guess the water would go to the bladder, the capsicum would kind of go to the gut. So I guess that was a bad idea. Wait, the drug detox, that goes to the bladder too, though, right? Doesn't that go to the bladder, to the liver, and trying to clear out the bloodstream via the liver and bladder? I guess liver then bladder.
I've had the fire hose or whatever the hell they call it before.
What's that?
Where you piss and it's like fire.
Oh, I thought you were talking like a name brand drug detox thing.
I thought it was crazy at first, and then I heard from other people doing these challenges and stuff that that's common. And then when Dave said that Scoville suffers from that a lot, that's how it goes through his system or whatever. I was like, huh.
Derek says he's got a sensitive stomach. Before I started eating hot things, I had bleeding ulcers. And I said this so many times, I feel like a broken record. But I've had bleeding ulcers and not irritable bowel syndrome. What's acid reflux? And I started eating hot things. Gone. Never came back. I'll get heartburn every once in a while, but it's usually like store-bought crap. Like if you go and get like, I don't know, I've never had them, but like spicy, extra hot Cheetos, that kind of thing, where it's some kind of processed food kind of hot thing. Those
That kind
usually what?
Who eats that kind of shit though?
But I've never tried because that stuff tends to give me heartburn. But if I eat like a jalapeno, it doesn't give me heartburn. Was that a finger I saw?
First finger. He said, "Who eats that stuff?"
Wow. I thought it was a different finger. I thought you were doing one of these things. Blumberg says he doesn't get the Ring of Fire anymore. That's how I was. Like I'd eat like habanero hot salsa and like I would get it. And then like, I don't know, a little bit later, nope, just completely went away. Have it at all. But that being said, you eat like a ghost pepper and it's not like someone who doesn't eat hot things. It's not like that. It's just kind of like one of those things where you're just like, wait a minute, what the heck? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what that was. You just feel it for a split second, not like it's hitting you. And I've never tried Metamucil. Have any of you guys tried Metamucil? Hey, make yourself comfy. Yeah, it's weird, Derek. If you can, if you're used to sauces, can taste test spoonfuls back and forth. Well, I can do the same thing, I guess. I don't know that when Dave came on, we did the Allegheny City Farms Harvest Edition. Nothing happened to me. Charles, his sauces, nothing. What else have I done? Can't remember any of the other sauces I've done. But none of the sauce, like Allegheny City Farms to begin with, like maybe at first that did something to me, but after a while, nothing. El Yucateco's never done anything to me.
Have you tried the blueberry one yet?
No, I still need to do that.
To try the blueberry one on that one, and then get some Ixoresco or Deverendum.
Well, I have Arthur Wayne's something scorpion sauce still to try too.
Okay.
I've had that one. Dave sent it to me for Christmas.
And then a lot of the Jeff Hobbs, a lot of his sauces. Um, Batman was swearing that Peter Stanley's volcanic apple or whatever is like really hot. I haven't tried that, but he said it's like super hot. And then also Derek, he was saying Pex Peppers, their sauce. Yeah, like I said, I know definitely I got cramps big time when I did Oscar and The Last Dab. But that was my own fault because I did it twice.
Yeah, just about every meal I eat nowadays has got something hot in it, one way or another. I mean, I'm close to addicted to spicy popcorn.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, when I screwed up on the Allegheny City Farms hot sauce challenge. I was supposed to do 1 teaspoon or whatever, 1 tablespoon, and I ended up doing 3 because you're supposed to hold it in your mouth for like 20 or 30 seconds and then swallow. And I like just swallowed right off the bat. I did it 3 times. That one lit me up, but nothing. I mean, it just made me sweat and like I was on fire kind of thing, but nothing in the gut, no cramps or anything. But that's the Arthur Wayne hot sauce that I got, Scorpion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I still haven't done
Try
that.
it.
No, I'm gonna make a video about it. It's a unique blend of Trinidad Scorpion, Moruga, pineapple, and honey. It sounds good.
I made a yellow jacket seasoned burgers yesterday. Those are pretty good. I like that. I like that the powder, that yellow jacket powder.
Other Rob says, I carry powders and sauces with me when I go out to eat. And now that he's got a couple of the These bottles, it's easier to carry the powders around.
Well, if I'm at home or at work, I have plenty of sauces. So I'm usually not having to worry about sauces or anything.
Yeah, oh, these will fit right in your back pocket next to your wallet. You don't even notice they're there. Beauregard heats me up straight to the gut. Must be all the chocolate bootlegs.
The chocolate strains, because there's chocolate reapers and chocolate Trinidad scorpions.
Yep, I somehow saw bootleg when I was reading it. Strains is correct.
There may be this upcoming year. There may be a bootlegs added to it. I'm just gonna let y'all know ahead of time. But yeah, the it may take a twist. It may have some bootlegs in it this year. We'll do a different.
You're welcome, Mr. Blumberg. Says, yeah, Rob, those are so great. Thanks again, but hopefully you haven't finished off both tubes yet.
He probably has.
Blumberg, did you notice a difference in the flavor between the two of them? Yeah, Higo's Chili. I can never remember that name. But that's why I got the idea to do these. Latin Peter Stanley, in his dehydrating video, showed off these tubes, and that's where I got them. But the Kegels is where I got the idea for something to carry around, but I wanted something a little bit bigger. Nope, he hasn't finished them yet. Strawberry is hot up front. I eat so much of that. Okay.
It has different kind of peppers, so they kind of act different.
Rob, I have 2 vials on keychains filled with your powders. Love it. Cool. Yeah, Derek, let me know if you want some more. I don't have much of a supply right now, but I have some left. Gage says, "Do the Kegos have a strain to slow flow?" Yes, it does. It's got small holes in the top of it, like a regular powder shaker. I think I'm good for a bit. I notice a little difference, but not much. I haven't tried them side by side yet. I'll try them both now and see. Because the difference between them isn't going to be a whole lot. It's just half ripe powder from half ripe peppers versus powder from completely ripe peppers. Actually, it comes out nicely too. Yep.
And y'all were talking about like eating hot stuff on like Rob said on every, well, not Rob, but Blumberg said on every meal and stuff. I'm really picky on what I eat hot stuff on. Like chicken, fair game. Pork, absolutely. But when it comes to like steak, like beef, I should say, like steak or hamburger, now I'm really picky about that. And it's all because like it was always like deer burger or deer steak or anything growing up, and we never had beef. So, what you showing?
Julian said, so that's 7 grams a tube. La Cuesta is an ounce, but that tube looks like it holds more. You can see the difference in the sizes, and this tube has actually got a pretty thick wall in it. We measured before, well, we put it on a scale, put the bottle on, hit tear on it, and then filled it up to where we thought it was comfortable, and it came out at 7.5 grams.
Which would be about, what, 1/4 of an ounce?
Yep.
Well,
and
over a
exactly,
quarter ounce.
well, yeah, 7 is exactly 1/4 ounce.
Yeah, because 28 grams is an ounce.
Yep. So it's about 1/4 of what the volume of Dave's is.
Thank you, local drug dealer. I learned how to get that scale down. Um, but no, what I was saying was, growing up, we always had deer meat, and well, anything game, squirrel, bear. I remember one time my dad shot a bear. We ate bear for an entire month. Well, it was all our, you know, our opinion. Like, hey, well, let's have bear. Like me and my sister. Like, let's have bear again tonight. Let's have bear again tomorrow. Bear again the next day. We ate bear for an entire month, but we always would eat like deer. That's why I don't like deer anymore. We ate so much deer that we never had beef. So once I moved out of the house, I'm like, holy cow, get me some steak. Like whatever, I don't care what it's like a rump roast. It's a uh, you know, porterhouse. It's a strip steak. It's a T-bone. It's what the heck was the one I'm thinking of? Not London broil, flank or not flank. No, porterhouse was that's a good cut. I'm talking about a crap cut that you got to marinate it for like a day or two. Not London broil, but the other one.
Not the filet mignon, is it?
No, filet is awesome. You don't have to do anything to filet.
I
forget, but we would take it was like a big flat cut, and we would just cut like not all the way through, but we would cut like 2/3 of the way through, and we would cut like inch strips into it all the way across, and then we would take it and put it in like a plastic bag, or actually I do a plastic bag. I think my mom would do a like a pan, and she would put like Italian dressing all over it and let it marinate for like an entire day, then grill it. And it was so good. But I didn't realize growing up that it's such a tough cut, and it's like kind of crap meat. Not, I don't want to say crap meat because no beef is crap, but
Round steak.
no, not rump steak. That's
Round.
usually like
Round steak.
Round,
Is the worst
no.
cut steak there is.
no, not round.
Blank.
Yeah, flank steak. Thank
That's
you.
fajitas.
What is it?
That's fajitas.
Yeah, but they marinate that stuff. And I didn't know that it's kind of like a tough cut, and you marinate it because like the acidity in like say Italian dressing or like fajita seasoning or whatever, the acidity will actually break down the meat and make it a lot tender, more tender than it actually is.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that growing up. I just knew flank steak's awesome. And then it wasn't until like I moved out of the house and I bought a flank steak and I threw it on the grill and I'm like, what the heck is this? It's so tough. And then like I started looking it up on the internet and I'm like, oh, gotcha. Like you marinate it because the acidity breaks down the whatever in the meat and makes it actually a lot more tender.
Yeah, I mean, we used to back in, when I was younger, I worked at a grocery store. The meat department was pretty much gave that crap away. And then
Yeah.
when they changed it to fajita meat, oh, that's a different story.
Yeah.
They still sell it as a plain flank, but it used to be pretty much given away like $1 or $2 a slab. Now it's what 10, 15. It's like we're like getting raped for buying bacon now.
Oh yeah, bacon's garbage meat. You ever know where bacon came from? How we actually got to using bacon? Edward Bernays. Look him up. The nephew of Sigmund Freud. He's the. I have his book over here. It's called Propaganda, and it's how to use propaganda to your advantage. Pretty much, they had all these extra pork bellies, and they're like, we don't know what to do with them. It's garbage meat, and we don't, we can't get rid of it. He's like, I gotcha. So he started putting out a campaign that you can't have you can't have a good breakfast without bacon and eggs, and that's where the whole campaign started, with bacon and eggs. He started it. He's also the guy that got we got this women's movement that's starting up. How do we sell more cigarettes? Like only the men are buying cigarettes. He's like, I got your back. Went out there, did a couple press things with quote liberated women smoking cigarettes, and other women are like, well, I'm a liberated woman, I want to be liberated like them. They started buying cigarettes, and now the cigarette companies got twice the amount of people buying their cigarettes. He's a marketing genius.
It's kind of like Dave, get you going and say, look, you want to do the death net challenge with us too, huh? You should do the death net challenge. There you go.
Yeah, kind of. But if you ever want to read a really good book, it's very thin. Actually, I'll grab it for you. It's right over here.
Oh.
Great book.
Next says, I want to start doing like Blum and eat it at every meal. Julian says, spicy foods boost your metabolism. That they do. Go ahead.
It's one of the greatest books I've ever read, man. And it's Propaganda by Edward Bernays. And it's very, very thin. Very quick read. I read it in like a day.
I can almost read it then.
Oh yeah. It's really, really good. Let me see how many pages. 165 pages.
Do they have cliff notes?
You don't even need it. You can read it that quick.
Okay.
About the author, the nephew of Sigmund Freud, Edward Bernays. Wow, I didn't know he lived till 1995. Pioneered the scientific technique of shaping and manipulating public opinion, which he called engineering of consent. During World War I, he was an integral part along and a powerful propaganda machine that advertised and sold the war to the American people as one that would, quote, make the world safe for democracy. If you ever heard that terminology, this is the guy that came up with that. The marketing strategies for all future wars would be based off the CPI, which is Committee of Public Information model.
Good night, Derek.
Yeah, among his powerful clients was President Calvin Coolidge, Procter & Gamble, CBS, American Tobacco Company, and General Electric. In addition to his propaganda campaign for the United Fruit Company, if you ever heard of that one, that's another great one, in early 1950s, led directly to the CIA's overthrow of the elected government of Guatemala.
So, what my next comment is this: I'm Charles P. I have a YouTube channel. It's Charles P. I'm on Google Plus. I have just a couple of the Orange Bucky Baja sauces left. You can check those out on Pepper Lovers Marketplace. I'm here on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Definitely check out Thursday on the Bat and Bear Show. We're going to watch Amy, Adam, Dave, and yourself, Rev, do the Bat Out of Hell chip challenge. And that's about it. Next.
Okay, just the lemon drop powder is just ahi lemon drop dried. Rob Z is my username, and you can find me on both or the Google Plus, Google Hangouts, and Google Plus for the PLC and YouTube. Lots of videos, gardening. Bottle garden just got planted, so expect updates to start coming through with those in the next week or two here once they start growing. And I also have a second channel under Yankees 50 where I play Minecraft. I have recordings on YouTube, and I also live stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch in the evening hours. And Bloomberg, thank you for the information on the taste on those. So, yeah. All right. That's enough for me, Mr. Rev.
Julian asked, didn't he design the stolen type posters? I don't think so. He was born in 1891, died in 1995. That seems a little too early for him. May have, though, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just scrolling through the chat here, making sure I don't miss anything. But I don't need an outro.
Yeah, Gage, at the end of last year, I had a whole bunch of green pods, or half ripe ones and ripe ones, and I dehydrated them all separately and put those into separate powders. So I have all green, half ripe, and then ripe ones. And like Bloomberg says, they're really good, and you could eat them all in a very short time, or eat it all in a very short time.
Anthony, I've heard that a lot. He likes Dave's Kang spice on chocolate ice cream, fresh ahi pineapple. I never have ice cream, but I've seen a lot of people, especially Brando, saying that he likes Brando's spice on his ice cream and everything, but I've never tried that. Actually, I don't think I've ever tried the Kang's place. I'm not sure. What's in the Kang Spice? Is that MOA?
It has a bunch of the peppers from the king
Oh,
came up with all
so
mixed
Kang,
together.
so Kang strains.
Strange, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it
That's
was
not
like
just
ones
one.
that I thought it was ones that he liked, like the MOA. He's a big Scotch bonnet guy.
Nope, king space. It's a mix of different Kingstar crosses and stuff. Very unique flavor to it.
So
Very good on popcorn.
another thing I don't like: popcorn, pizza. If everybody likes it, I don't. There we go. That'd be a great outro. I'm Reptos TV, and if everybody likes it, apparently I don't. That makes me unique. Not really. Like unique in a hipster way, but I'm not a hipster. Anyway, Charles is yawning over there, so it must be time to leave.
Hours.
What's that?
Gotta get up in 6 hours.
All right, well, he's got to get up in 6 hours, so that would be a good time to say goodbye. So thanks for hanging out with us. We were live. You were here. It was awesome. Catch you on Wednesday and then again on Thursday, Bat and Bear Show. Hopefully, I'll be there. I'm going to say I'm going to be there just because I'm going to Google a lot of stuff and make sure that that happens. So catch you there with me and Dave on the Bat and Bear Show. Make sure you subscribe to Make It Wayne. Watch his live stream. Also, Raymond DeGeneres is starting up. He's going on Mondays, so he's 7 to 9 right before we go live here, like we just were, 9 to 12 Eastern time. So make sure you check him out and check him out. Paula's saying she's got a new video out. Go check her video out and give her tons of thumbs up and all that bunch of comments and stuff like that. As always, subscribe up to everybody in the comments. Probably should have said that a while ago. But hey, if you made it this far, go back, scroll through, and everybody that was there, subscribe up. Anyway, we were here. We were live. It was fun. You had a blast. I could tell from all of your comments. And I felt your vibes. So later on, everybody.
Later, guys.
Bye.